Hi, my name's Lisa Jones with the Struggling Family Fund. I'm the owner, founder, and see, I get lost. I'm stuck.
No, all you're doing is talking about you. You can't get lost from yourself. This is a training.
Okay.
Training, so
So the
that's
owner
fine.
of a woman.
Okay, Lisa Jones,
What?
take two. Take two. We're doing it again.
Take two. All right. Hi, my name's Lisa Jones. I am the CEO and founder of the Struggling Family Fund. One day I hope to have it be able to help struggling people for the long term. I am also owner of a woman-owned construction company, and I have started a t-shirt and mug business to help make ends meet and to help support the Struggling Family Fund. Start getting some money that I can start giving away and start building the cause. Start buying some property. And I am here today to interview Dr. Surgar Trask. And see, I had it all wrote down now. You talked about me so much, I forgot about you. What? She is a chaplain. I have it somewhere. I lost it. Oh, there we go. And owner of a TV station. And what was it called again?
Something Good Broadcasting Network.
Mm, all right. Now your turn.
I'd like to introduce.
I'd like to introduce Dr. Sugar Trask. She is a chaplain, a life coach, and the owner of a TV broadcast station. And I would have to write that down to remember all that.
You're doing very well.
Something good is about to happen.
There you go. Lisa, thank you so much for having me on today. This is just every time I get an opportunity to speak on someone else's platform, I take that very, very dear to my heart. And I just want to thank you for taking the time out to invite me on. I'm so excited about what we're doing with ATS Business Universities. I'm so excited that we, as women that's over 50,
Yeah.
get the opportunity to hang out with those millennials and grab hold of what it is that they're doing. And so, in doing that, I like to just share a little bit about what it is that I do with your audience. And then, if there's any other questions that you would like to ask, you can go ahead and ask. If not, then we'll just talk about what ATS and how ATS Business Universities, the marketing department, Rakeza, or either the Bureau of Dominant Speakers, how it has changed our lives since we have been connected with them, sharing some of Antonio T. Smith Jr.'s missions and dreams to make a reality.
Good. I got a
I
couple.
am. Go ahead.
Oh, after you say your piece, you go ahead and say yours.
Okay. Now you interject and come in anytime so we can build a conversation. We
All
can
right.
build content so that when you do this again on Wednesday or Monday or Friday or whenever, you'll know some new words, some new content. But you've got to only put it in your one notebook. Don't put it on separate pieces of paper.
All right.
In the one notebook, and that's all that's going to go in that notebook is the notes from your interviews. That's what it should be titled, Notes from Let's Talk Wednesday show, which belongs to you.
Yes.
I am Dr. Sugar Trask. I am the founder of Something Good is About to Happen TV show, which we are in our fifth year. Yes, 5 years. I've been coming into people's homes Sunday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time through HoustonMediaSource.org. S HMS.org. And that is every Sunday night at 9 p.m. I started the TV show 5 years ago because I saw that there was a need that people love being on TV. People love being interviewed. They love having their face shown around the world because it is a global network. And I was interviewed in March, no, in April, and June 15th, I had my first show. I didn't know anything about anything. I said, God, if this is for me to do, then you give me all the stuff that I need to have. I said, but I can't have a TV show, Lord, if I don't have any guests. So I said, okay, I need a guest. Well, a guest turned into 5 guests. And I thought, okay, I contacted them. I said, I'm getting ready to start a show and I need you to be a guest. So I had my pastor, my praise and worship team, pastor's wife, our 2 ministers, evangelists, and I had 1 friend. So I actually had 6 people. And I says, okay, I was so nervous. The microphone was shaking. I said, so hello, Monica. And so it was so funny. I was so nervous. I said, I think I'm fixing to faint. And I could feel my head just getting lighter and lighter. And my bishop, he took hold of my hand. And then his hand, now here's 2 hands shaking like this. I said, Bishop, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm not going to make it. So we cut the cameras, right? I mean, I was drenched. I was drenched under my arms, my feet, behind my knees, my back, my upper lip was soaking wet. I was like, this is crazy. And I had a professional come in and do my makeup. And it was like, okay, I don't know what I can do. So we all got silent and we prayed. All the background, everything was just, I said, I just need you to be quiet. I just need to hear from God. I need to hear from God. And I says, okay, I took a deep breath in. I held it. I let it out. I sat back down. And the rest is history. I said, thank you for tuning in. That something good is about to happen. I'm Dr. Surgar Trask, the founder and executive producer of the show. And this is my first show. And I thank you so much for coming on and letting me be a part of your home, coming into your home. And my guest this evening is
somebody, huh?
I guess it's Bishop Marcel Miles. Remember that because it's all on tape. We got to record it. That was so funny. I mean, I went out there. My guess is he's sitting like arm to arm.
You forgot.
Martha Miles. That was the craziest moment. But that was 5 years ago. That was 5 years ago. So I said that to just help you, Lisa, because we're doing a training video. We're doing a training Zoom for those that may not really want to be in the camera because of whatever reason. But it's going to help you develop your confidence and your boldness so people can support you so you can start monetizing, and not a nickel and a dime and a quarter, but monetizing that which you have to offer. And that's part of what, no, that's not part of, that is what ATS Business University does. It gives you that boldness and that confidence because I ask some, I'm lost a lot of the time. And so for me so I can know it, that I know, see, the questions that I ask when I ask a question and the answers and the responses that I get is so I can teach it to someone else. And if it's the same question, no matter how little or small it might be, I need to be able to share my screen. I need to be able to turn that screen around and say, click here, hit this. But see, you already are computer savvy. I'm not. I'm learning though. I'm better now than I was 5 months ago. I'm better than I was 3 weeks ago. Because every day, every day. And I go back and I practice. I practice, practice, practice.
I'm trying to catch on to what's going on. I think I'm catching on.
Okay. We're doing a training video so she can come back and watch it to build up her confidence. We've been on all morning doing little things, just different things to get her to where she's at right now. And I know that it's going to help people along the way, because if you're just thrown into a barrel and you see all these other people doing all of these things and all you're there is in the barrel, well, it brings discouragement. And a lot of times people, they don't have the confidence or the boldness to do, ask the questions, to say something, or to get out of their comfort zone. And being an encourager that I am, I love to see people out of their comfort zone. I have people up at midnight now that never would have been out. 11 o'clock doing Facebook Lives. They would no, 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 no. You had me up till 1 o'clock doing what? Because I'm up all the time.
Yep.
And so just to get out of your comfort zone. And that's the way that I ran my TV show the same way. There was people in the audience that God would speak to me about, and they would say they really want to be a guest, but they don't know how to ask. They don't feel that they can do it or whatever. And one lady, I said, ma'am, come up here. Oh, what? I said, come here. God's told me to tell you that, come here. And so she got out of her seat. She was in the audience because I have a live audience. And she got out of her seat. She came up. I said, the Lord says you want to host your own TV show. So here's the mic. Do it. I'll be the guest. She says, no way, no way, no way. I can't. Yes, you have wanted to. She says, yes, but I didn't want. She is doing so well right now. Oh my God. Not only is she doing TV, she's doing
awesome.
radio. Not only is she doing TV and radio, she's authored in 5 years. She's authored 3 books. Not only is she doing radio, TV, being an author of books, but she's also doing podcasts now. Doing all of that, she's a mother, she's a wife, and it's just like how things have just went ahead, and because she took the first step. And I said, you can't do anything wrong, honey, because I own it. It's mine. I can cut the cameras anytime I want to cut the cameras. So you can't do anything wrong. I said, so what do you want to ask me? I said, so tell me about yourself. And next thing I knew, she was just like, oh, bro. Oh, I said, oh, my goodness. And that's how it went. The same thing when I had the modeling company. I had people that had 2 left feet, and I was so thankful for them because I have 2 left feet. But I'd keep on going, and I'd keep on going, I'd keep on going until I was able to walk that catwalk like all the other little women was walking it. And so people say, and I said, you've got to look at people. You've got to draw people to you, and you can only use what you have. If that's all that you have, if you've got great eyes, use great eyes. If you've got great hands, use great hands. Whatever it is that you have, let's get out of your comfort zone. I have women in my church that's never, ever worn anything but a pale, frosted lipstick. Like back in you'll appreciate this, Lisa, back in the Twiggy. You remember Twiggy or that frosted lipstick long time ago? That's what we grew up with. Pale, very pale because of religion. Yeah. Fingernail polish.
Can't wear red, you're a slut.
You're a whore, you're Jezebel. That's it, Jezebel. And honey, now they going and getting their nails done and putting studs in and little rhinestones on. A couple Sundays ago, sister came in there with some red lipstick on. Yes, she did. I said, oh my goodness. And she had some eyelashes. I said, oh, what has happened to you? But if you have to get out of your comfort zone to know there's another side of life. You've got to get out of your comfort zone to know that you're not living your life for mama. You're not living your life for daddy. You're not living your life for your husband. And you're not living your life for your children. Quiet as it's kept, they're not interested in anything that you're doing anyway. So be yourself. You know, you don't have to wear turtlenecks. You know, get real and get alive and come aboard and see there's another side of life. A friend, we go out to eat. She orders the same thing on the menu every time we go out.
Me. What?
I thought, we're in a Chinese restaurant and you want to order chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Ew.
Well, that's what I like. Honey, we went not too long ago. She said, well, I have a number three. Okay, what's a number three? And she said, yeah, I have a number three and I'll have hot tea today. But if you don't do it, you don't do it. And that's what you got to do. You got to do it. I flubbed up so on Saturday.
You did what?
I flubbed up. I flapped
Oh.
so on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get to see it.
I didn't know that Antonio was on. I didn't know Phil. I don't know if it was Phil and Susan, but Phil was on. I didn't know Samuel was on. I didn't know Christine was on. I didn't know all these people was on. Sarathia was on. Patricia was on. And I thought, oh my God, I think Monica was on. Monica, were you on Saturday?
Which call was it? On yours? No, I think I was. So I saw the end part because I was driving from San Antonio to Galveston. So I saw the end part and I had to go back and watch the beginning. But no, I thought it was great because, I mean, it's not, even if I did a live right now, it's still never going to be perfect because even if you understand how to do it, maybe the person that you're talking to doesn't know how to get on, right? Because remember, Dr. Trask, it was you and I that discovered that one time you did a Zoom and I couldn't get on. And it's because you were trying to do, a Facebook Live, but you were trying to do it from your computer. And I didn't have that green button to join. But it's because you weren't on your cell phone, you were on your computer. And I think that's when we discovered you have to be on your cell phone.
Let me get right back with you.
And that was the first discovery on one of your first Zoom calls. And then we figured out, no, you've got to both be on your cell phone to join. And then I think after that, you tried a different Facebook video. Remember, because there's Facebook Live and there's Facebook video, but you got to do the Facebook Live. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things you go through to figure it out, but nobody cares, right? Nobody ever says anything or judges or, everybody gives you props for trying. But I think that's the problem. Everybody grows up and in the past, you think everything's supposed to be perfect. But right now, with people going live, nobody's going to be perfect. I mean, it's not going to happen. And people respect the imperfections more than they do someone that's super scripted or, everything's like to the T. Like they don't want to see that. They want to see people make mistakes because they know they're going to make mistakes.
Right.
So they kind of want the mistakes because they're like, okay, I don't feel so bad going on because I know I'm going to make mistakes too. And they're not even mistakes. They're just, it's just navigating through. The internet goes out sometimes. There's glitches. I mean, some of that stuff's not even your fault, but it's stuff that happens because it's technology. So I wouldn't even call them mistakes. They're just things that happened when it's raw material. It's just raw material, and that's what people want. So no, don't worry about because even I think it was Vanessa that was telling me too that she was having a hard time. I actually told her to reach out to you because I was like, Dr. Trask will go on live with you. That way you can get comfortable talking to someone and then you can go back and forth and talk about your experiences because she's good at asking the questions. So she'll ask you a question about your experience and then you just answer the questions. And then you'll get comfortable that way. Y'all go back and forth about your experience with ATS and then you'll get more comfortable each time you do it because now you're kind of catching on and you're on camera and all that. I said, so you don't have to do it by yourself. Do it with someone who's been doing it, because they'll know what questions to ask or it'll flow properly. You just need to answer the questions and just respond. And that's all you got to do. So, same with you. Is that the thing, Lisa? You don't like to go live? Is that what?
Up until this moment.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dr. Trask is the perfect person for you to go live with because she'll do all the question asking. All you need to do is answer the questions.
And see, Miss Lisa, if you don't draw attention by putting your hands in your face, no one is paying attention to your face.
Yeah, they are. But
No, nobody is paying attention to your face. Nobody's paying attention to you smoking them cigarettes. Nobody's paying attention to you drinking coffee, water, scotch, rum, or whatever in your cup. Nobody's paying attention to any of that.
I was like, what's wrong? What happened to your face? I was like, did something happen? I didn't even know what you were talking about.
Because see, you've got to get out of the old mold. And that's what you're in. You're in the old mold. And that's what's going to hold you back, Miss Lisa. That's what's going to keep you back. And we're here. I'm giving you.
change my ways.
Yes, exactly. Look at how far you've come. There's your cigarette. Who nobody cares about you lighting up your cigarette.
That's you.
You smoke. Cigarette smokers smoke. Drinkers drink. You hear how many times that they're talking about their scotch and their tequila and their rum. Drinkers.
Oh yeah.
Smokers smoke.
Me and Antonio have been on live while drinking our tequila, or him drinking his whiskey, and I'm drinking my tequila.
Yeah.
That's normal nowadays. Yeah.
Nobody's concerned with anything. They'd rather see the raw, real you today, November 16th, 2020, and look and see where you're going to be November 16th, 2021. Because see, you have to have that for growth to manifest. We need to see how you grow. Because see, I see a whole audience of teaching other seniors, the silver sneakers, all of this that I have learned. I see that being as a full group. I see it as being a business. I got to take this that I have and that I'm learning and turn it into monetizing it with other seniors that we're not dead just because the calendar says what we are. So we have to understand we've got to start somewhere. And I'm so proud of you when you even private chatted me that you're willing and you wanted to do this. That really made me feel good.
Well,
and we played on this machine all morning.
It's supposed to be me interviewing her, and now it's turned into a training session for me. Right?
Exactly. But that's where I was going with it when I agreed to do it. I knew that this would be a training so that others coming aboard. I mean, in the next 760 days, look at how many people is going to have come aboard that needs to have this training. And use, I mean, you're doing a podcast. So we don't know where this material might end up, but we know it will end up helping someone else to the point of where you can teach it.
You'll get used to it, Lisa. It's really just get the first 5 out of the way. I was the same way. When I started my podcast, I was telling my co-host I just wanted to do audio only. I didn't want to do video. And they both convinced me to do video. They said no, because video you can connect with people more, seeing their faces. So I agreed to it, even though I didn't want to do it. Now I'm glad we did that because I get what they're saying and I have no problem with it now. But at the beginning, because I was so worried about messing up or all that, then I was like, it's a podcast. Who cares? That's what all podcasts do. Like any podcast I've listened to, people mess up, and because it's just do what?
You can put video on podcast, can you?
You can put video, yeah, but I wanted to do just the audio, like pull the audio only, because I didn't want to worry about video. But they said no, do the video, and they convinced me, and I'm glad we did. So, and it's not perfect, we've made mistakes or made faces or whatever the case may be. Our videos aren't perfect, but I think that's what's going to make it even better, that it's not perfect, because being perfect isn't the cool thing anymore.
No,
like that's not the cool thing these days.
People
don't trust you. If they see perfection, there's a lack of trust there. They're like, okay, something's not right. I don't trust that person.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. Subconsciously, that's how it is. So you actually don't try to be perfect either, because That's not what people want. They don't want that.
You're nowhere near perfect.
Yeah, they don't want that. So don't even try to make a perfect video.
So what podcast lets you put video?
Like on YouTube?
Oh, YouTube, I got.
Yeah, Spotify, it'll pull audio only. But like YouTube, the video.
Red Circle only does audio. Right?
Is Red Circle?
They should do video as well, a video option.
I didn't see
because
video.
it's the platforms that have video or not. Like Spotify doesn't have video, so, or at least I don't think they do yet. So they pull audio only. YouTube does video, so you'll be able to post video and audio. So I think it just depends on where you're posting your podcast.
Now, is Spotify a paid platform?
It's free or paid. It's free with commercials, or paid without. But I only pay, well, I think it's like $8 a month for all the music and podcast and all that stuff. I pay $15 because I have the family plan. I have my parents on there. So I have the one where I can have family members on it. But no, it's only like $8, I think, a month.
Okay, what about the Red Circle?
Red Circle's different. So Spotify's streaming. Spotify's kind of like Apple Music, things like that, for you to download music and albums and podcast, things like that. Red Circle is actually the platform that you use to record podcast. So Red Circle's who I'm going to use for my podcast. Right now, I'm recording all my podcasts on Zoom. Yeah, but once I'm done with all my pre-recording, I'm going to put them on Red Circle, and I'm going to use Red Circle as my podcasting platform. And then from Red Circle, I'll post it on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and those other companies.
Okay, but you're first starting with Zoom.
Zoom, yep. I have all the Zoom recordings so far, and then I'll put them all on Red Circle when I'm ready to roll out my podcast.
Okay.
I take it from Zoom, I take it to YouTube, and then I take the audio to Red Circle.
So, Miss Lisa, are you already on Red Circle?
Yep.
Oh,
see, you're so far ahead of me.
Me too. I haven't even put mine on there yet.
I sent you the link. Your
Was
chat.
all that you sent me this morning? It's in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Miss Lisa. What is it that you do with the your cups and your promotional items?
I don't really. What do you mean? Because I'm just.
I know that you had made mention that you have that. What services do you provide with that?
Oh, just to make your T-shirts and your mugs.
T-shirt mug.
Yeah, on the mugs, I have to use sticky vinyl. You get what I'm saying? Vinyl that self-sticks, because I haven't turned my printer into a sublimation where I can heat the design onto the mug yet.
Do you have any samples that you could show us?
Just on my page, because I already gave them away. But I just have this one here.
And you said that's a stick-on?
Yeah.
It's not a heat press, but do you offer the service of a heat press?
As soon as I'm done with this ink in this computer, when it runs out, I'm going to turn it into where I can heat press mugs.
Okay. Well, that can very well be. Do you have anything to do caps with?
Yes, I can do caps.
So you can do mugs, you can do cups, you can do caps, you can do T-shirts.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna try and put a design on a wood plaque for a customer.
A wood plaque?
Yeah.
That would be the sticky transfer?
No, it's gonna be heat pressed.
Heat pressed. Heat pressed into wood.
I tried it once and it didn't come out too good, but I'm gonna try it again.
Don't quit at all, because a lot of people like that wood state of Texas want their family names, like my last name would be Trask, and I would like that into the wood.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, so that would be something on that. So of everything,
do what
for
now?
everything that you are doing right now, what is it that you actually need most? What's the most thing that you need right now to take you to your next level?
An audience, probably. Something like that.
Audience.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been uh, taught in a ATS the audience of. I did get my 12. Well, I got 11. I've got one more to do, but my 12 posts done.
Huh?
I did learn today how to go in, and the content is there, but you want to personalize the content to put your information in.
Yeah.
I successfully did that.
All
But
right.
one of them I posted and I had mine all right up at the top, but the very bottom one I did it over to my link. But I got the other links up there. But yeah, but it's just it's not big things. It's just small things like delete button, hit a button. I didn't know Control C was copy and Control V was paste. I said, why couldn't they have Control P for paste? That's the way.
Yeah, it is backwards, ain't it? Let's control C for copy, control V for paste.
Yeah, right. And I would have never thought Control V. I
Yeah.
would have never thought, but I don't use any of the little short up there F5, F4, F7, anyway, because I haven't been taught. I didn't know these little buttons that go up and down, the little arrows, you got up and down and side to side. I didn't know that would change your page.
Yep. Oh,
Whenever I've had to delete something, I've just picked backspace. Where today I was shown I could highlight that whole area, hit delete, and it goes away.
yeah.
Wow. So, and I mean, I've had the classes, but so long ago, but to get caught up and to bring things into the present is what we're talking about doing, is to bring everything into the now, and to keep that same momentum going no matter what. Like you're fixing to go back and try that wood again. I'm going to go back in and try video again. But no, I never want to end up being so cookie cuttered. This is a cookie cutter. No, I don't want that. And
So
you know,
create ornaments.
okay, and then you create order. There's 7 things. Okay, can you take it out of the bag? Because all we're getting is glare.
What? I bought some styrofoam and make some snow inside the ornaments. What?
Okay, can we see one of the ornaments?
Oh, I haven't filled it up yet.
Okay, so it's a bulb
Yeah.
ornament that would go on the Christmas tree, or you can put the styro snow in there and something else where you can fill up a glass vase. It doesn't necessarily have to go on the Christmas tree.
Maybe. Um,
So this is a training tape that we're doing, a training Zoom that we're doing just to get Lisa, to get her to talking in front of the camera, looking into the camera and showing us what it is that she can do. And she's doing a great job. And that's what we want more of. We want people to be real about like I tell people, I am perfectly content being imperfect, because that means all I can do is get better and get better and get better. And I have a good time. I have a real good time because it is all about learning. And I'm an influencer and I'm a teacher. And I love getting people out of their comfort zones, being to assist people in walking a new way of life, to getting them to go straight to the top. That's a Mark Davenport saying, but in his business, it goes straight to the top. And we can't ever quit.
so
There's nothing that comes to a quitter but quitting.
your
And
radio radio
we've got to continue to be a blessing to one another and helping. And don't be afraid to ask the questions. Because when I'm not asking a question or making a comment, it's because I'm gleaning, I'm soaking in all of these things. I'm putting it, this is a computer up here. So I've got to put it somewhere. Somewhere there's a file. I have to dump all of this in. I have an ATS file up here. I have a something good broadcasting file up here. I have a ministry file up here. I have a Bureau of Dominant Speakers file over here. I have quotes over here. I have Les Brown over here. I have Lisa Nichols over.
I can't keep up with all that.
I don't try to keep up with it. I put it into the file. Well, look at what she has made in just a matter of less than 2 minutes. An ornament.
Yep.
And you're fixing to make 12 of those for a client?
No, I was thinking about giving them away for free with some orders. Offering you as an incentive to buy an order. Like if you order $50, I give you an ornament. I don't know yet. No, they're not for sale. I mean, I just bought them to experiment with.
Okay, that's good and well. But if I see that, and I'm going to be doing pink, neon pink, and neon green for Christmas this year. Can you make those ornaments with those colors inside?
I don't know. We'd have to find a little balls. Maybe Hobby Lobby would have them.
Well, that would be something that you would, maybe somebody's doing purple and silver. These are custom.
Yeah, I would have to investigate where to get that kind of stuff.
And the way that you do that as well, like another lady that has started my t-shirts like a year ago.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, 3 years ago when she started. What she would do is go and price all of the equipment or all of the stuff that she needed, the letters, the t-shirts, the vinyl, the glue, the heat press glue, or whatever she was needing. And then when she got everything that was needed, then I would PayPal her, because we weren't PayPaling. PayPal. Yeah, we weren't doing this other thing, Cash App then. We were PayPaling, and I would send her the money through PayPal for her to get the tools that she needed for her to go ahead and do my project for me. So that's something to think about. Don't go into your pocket. Have your client pay for what is necessary.
Yeah, I'd have to get a down payment on their order to do that.
Well, you can get more than just a down payment when they've paid for all of what it's going to take. And you come from Hobby Lobby, you have that receipt. It's going to take this much money to do your project.
Mm-hmm.
They send all of that in. So you're never out of any money.
Right.
And see, you can still get a $25 down payment and go and invest in all of the stuff that's needed, and then they change their mind. Now you're out of $75 where they're only out of $25.
No, if they change their mind, then they're stuck. What?
But you've already, I know you're not hearing what I'm saying. You made a down payment of $25. They made a down payment of $25. Go out to Hobby Lobby, and what it cost for you to do the project was $75.
Gotcha.
They now have changed their minds. Well, that $50 has to be answered for because you've already spent that money.
Well, that's why you don't do it like that. You just tell them to give you what it's going to cost, like half down. That way it pays for the cost. And if they change their mind, it's well, because once I buy the materials.
Right.
If you change your mind, you don't get a refund.
Sorry. No refund. No refund. But you've got to put you've got to put in there what it costs for you to go shopping, what it costs for you to do this, with all of that cost, that gas, oil, whatever it is, all of that has to go in and be incorporated into your pricing. And what are you working for? $2 an hour?
Pretty much on the t-shirts.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You should be working for $25 an hour.
Well, I do that on my construction company. That's what I charge. But
Well, a construction company should be close to $125, $150 an hour,
no, it's just 25,
not $25 an hour.
25.
$25 an hour for a construction job?
Well, that's all they want to pay.
Well, then they would have to find somebody else, because when you look at that and you tear that down from the taxes, Miss Lisa, all you're ending up making is like $2.50.
Yeah, I know, but
Well, we have to change that. Again, we have to let go of yesterday.
I don't,
That's why it's called the past.
I don't have any luck getting what I'm worth. So
Well, maybe because it hasn't been marketed correctly.
that's probably it. Right?
Yeah, no, that I'm gonna say that is it. It hasn't been branded. You haven't been, that's what we're talking about, is branding. You haven't been branded. You haven't been marketed correctly, because nobody should be working for $2.25 an hour. Not in the year 2020.
Shouldn't even be working for minimum wage. They should be making minimum wage should be at 15.
Those that's working for minimum wage aren't entrepreneurs. You're an entrepreneur. They're making someone else's dream come true, not their own, because you're never going to do that working for minimum wage, because then you've got to live a minimum life. And then all you have is minimum goals. We got to bring ourselves up from that. Okay. And so ATS Universities is a university that offers courses and classes to make profitable businesses more profitable, to help you to set up a business, whether it's for profit or nonprofit, to help you decide. It's customized courses. It's not a cookie cutter. You may be interested in construction. You might be interested in a dance studio. You might be interested in opening up a barbershop. Have the sales classes, the branding classes, the training classes on marketing. And we're going to market different, because a construction company, the bottom line money should be more than that of a barber. A barber should be that more different than someone that's going to sell lemonade on a lemonade stand. So everybody has to know, what is it going to cost every month for you to be able to maintain a healthy, wealthy life. And if you're saying you need $6,000 a month to do that, make it $12,000, because there's always going to be something that's going to need repaired, that's break down. Hurricane is going to come through, flood is going to come through, fire is going to come through. So if you think all you need is $6,000 a month to make it, that's enough to keep you broke. That's enough to keep you broke. We got to talk and look at six figures.
We're trying.
And in proper marketing, managing, and promotion and branding, it can happen. You've got to get out there and draw attention. And once you draw that attention and give a person a reason, why should I come to your website? Why should I come to your Facebook page? Why should I come and support you? What value? And understand, Miss Lisa, and everybody that's watching, is that we have value. And that's what we study, and that's what we go along with every single morning. And with ATS Business Universities, is how to add value to us.
So when they shop, so my slogan needs to be, when you shop with me, if I take 35% of my earnings after profit, after expenses, then I give that to the Struggling Family Fund. The Struggling Family Fund turns and then takes 35% of that and puts it into a fund to give away, with the other rest to build. How would I market that?
Okay, first of all, you've got to get the wealth in there to be able to do that, because you can't obtain wealth without having some.
I know, but I got to market the store to start getting me wealth.
Yes, you do. And you do that with all the pages that you have on Facebook.
Yeah, I do that?
asking
It
the
ain't
people
it,
to join. I need you to join. Just like on YouTube. What do we ask everybody to do? Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell.
they don't do it.
Subscribe and hit that bell. Subscribe and hit that bell. That means I want you to join in and be a part of what I'm doing, to support me in what I'm doing. The verbiage to where you can ask people to do that, and they will, because there's a lot of people out there that's looking for just that one little thing that they too belong. Their hearts bleed for this one little thing, and that might be just what you have: struggling family funds. Because there's people that's struggling that go to work every single day, struggling.
I'm one of them. What?
I mean, struggling. They're hungry. And I didn't really realize that. And I've been with the same ministry for 18 years, that we just celebrated 20 years of ministry. And I really understood people being hungry that come to work every single day, or people that come to the conferences and they're hungry. I'm over the food and hospitality and the prayers and all of that, but mainly the food and the hospitality. And, people would come to the conference and they would like pull me to the side or tap my shoulder and say, Miss Sugar, do you have anything back there I can eat? I'm hungry. Shoot, yeah, boom. That's what I do. That sparks me up. And then they'd say, kids that's here with me and they're hungry. I've been having them drink water, have them drink water. They've eaten up pretty much all the mints and chocolates on the bars that you've put out because they didn't get breakfast. And that hurts my heart more than anything, is to see somebody in front of my face and they're hungry. So what I started doing, every event we have, I put on a pot of beans, I make some kind of a stew, I make some kind of a something that when those people come to me and say they're hungry, I have something that they can eat. Because feeding people, and I work with Red Cross as well, and I'm on the feeding and sheltering. And so they'd say, this is what we want you to give each person, and this and that. And I'd say, well, yeah, okay, fine. Honey, I'd be filling these things up because it would always be so much food left over. When we're taking 8 containers of food home ourselves because so much is left over. So I take my 8 containers and give them out to the people. Because if I feed you at noon, what are you going to eat at 5? What are you going to eat at 8 o'clock at night? You don't have anything. So we'd have big containers of apples and oranges and bananas. I'd give them the whole bunch of bananas. And I'd fill bags full of fruit and I would give them out because if it's spoiled, we'd have to throw it in the trash. So I give it to those that are in need. But that's because we had an abundance of. So out of the heart, you can give an abundance of. But if you don't have that overflow, and that's what we live in, is the overflow. If you don't have the inflow, the cash flow, how are you going to have the overflow? And that's where we're trying to get to, is to have us have that overflow. More than enough. Because see, the more you give, the more you receive. The more you give, the more you receive. But you have to have something to give. Once again, if helping someone takes away from you helping yourself, you're not doing any good. It doesn't mean you take all the food out of your refrigerator and you sit there and you're hungry and you starve. It's because you have such an abundance in both your freezers. You go to your freezer, your second freezer, and pull out some meat. Go under your cabinet in your pantry, pull out some canned goods. Give them some toilet paper, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, toiletries. That's your abundance. Because see, that's what we're supposed to do is have this storehouse. And see, with ATS Business University, there's a storehouse full of information. There's a storehouse full of knowledge. There's a storehouse to teach us how to get out of that poverty level, out of that middle class level, and to bring ourselves up. And that's what he's teaching. And that's what I'm getting from it because it's changed my mindset. The books I read has totally flipped over. The only book that I kept out of all of my reading and everything I have has been my Bible. Well, three Bibles, because there's three different translations of the Bible. But all my other new 18, 20 books, 9 months that I've been with ATS Business Universities has all changed.
How long you been with them?
9 months, 40 weeks.
I think I'm almost a year. Pretty soon I'll be a year.
Uh-huh.
I'm not already. I might be already.
So it's something that, it's doable. See, that's the way I like, and what I like so much about our trainings is that everything it's practical, doable. And not only that, the instructor that's instructing us, the owner that is bringing us all of this has already lived through it. How can a man that's lived in a trash can, anything, how could you even go against what a person has lived already in a trash can and is now a multimillionaire? How can you? There's no room to go against anything that he says, does, or thinks. Because he didn't go to college to learn this. He didn't do to learn this. And everything he has, he's giving it to us for us to use.
Yep.
That's because he has an abundance of.
Now we're making videos.
And look at who's making videos. Miss Lisa Jones herself. And not only that, she's having fun doing it. She's out of her comfort zone.
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's lovely to see that somebody's life has been changed from just reaching out, giving her a hand, and doing what needs to be done.
That's why I joined because I didn't have, I'm a hermit. So I just stay to myself. I work, come home, no friends. What?
Well, you had 46 friends on this morning.
Yep. I got a lot of Facebook friends, but you know what I mean.
Well, those are, like Antonio said, who has a strong following.
Yeah.
Followers who support you.
I've a few of them that follow. I have about
Yeah, a few, and I once he said that, I had to go back into my own brain and say, no, I got 5,000 on one page, 5,000 on another page, 4,000 on one page,
not actually they're not actually
100 on another,
there's only
another page, but they're not following. Followers support you.
Yeah.
See, if they were followers and they supported me, then I would have my 5,000 already. I took 1,400, I've got 5,000, 5,000. Yeah, 14,000 people. But they're not following. They friend, and that's understandable. They like, which is understandable, but they're not following.
right. You're not
Because
saying it.
followers will support you. And see, even out of the 5,000 that's on two of the pages, I don't know how many of that 5,000 even get to see my posts.
Yeah.
I know all 5,000 don't.
No, you'd have to go to them individually.
So that's something that I'm looking at now because I'm sending them the information. I'm sending them the links, but they're not supporting. They're not following, but I'm not being vocal with them. All I'm doing is sending them a link, and I put a message on top of the link. You know, follow and see what it is that I'm doing with this awesome opportunity. You know, first thing, the people, a couple of them that have responded back, I'm not interested in selling anything. And that's when okay, good. We're not selling anything. It's referral. We are referring people. We're not.
Yeah, some kind of spray for the carpet. Had it threw up on the floor.
What?
Had it threw up all over the floor.
Yeah.
What kind of spray? Hang on a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
What kind of spray?
What kind of cleaning spray?
And while she's taking care of that, I just want to let you know it's a referral. Bethesda is a referral marketing company. It's the Department of and ATS Business University's marketing department is the RACASA. What that is that you come aboard either as the senior level, the junior level, the sophomore level, the freshman level, and you get and obtain the classes, the courses that you need to market, to brand, to improve. There's self-improvement classes that you can take. There's classes that maybe you want to go into real estate, but you really just don't know the first step on how to go about. This is before you would go to real estate school. Well, we have real estate education right in ATS business universities. You know, say that you may want, maybe you have a product just like Lisa does, and you have a product that you want to get promoted, you want to get exposure of the product, but you just aren't making it through Facebook and the social media. We have an e-commerce store. Justin W. West is I'm sorry. That's a friend of mine. It's Justin W. Frazier, Frasier, Frazier, Justin Frazier, that has the e-commerce store. We have, if you want to be a speaker, you have a story. You want to write the book, but you just don't know where to start. We have a publishing company.
Do you? Because I have a book I want to write, but I don't know where to start. Deanna was helping me. We did some Zoom meetings on my story. I got like 3 recordings starting my story.
Okay, okay, that is great because she does have the publishing company. But even if there's something more that you need some more one-on-one with, I can help you with that. I've got 8 books out. You know, I've got 3 of my books on our e-commerce store. My note should be on the third one should be on there by now. But I've got one for certain that went up the second week that we even started talking about it. It doesn't take that long. And you don't have to worry about, and once you've got the product out there, you don't have to worry about shipping. You don't have to worry about whether they received it, they didn't receive it. Once you put it in there, they click and buy it. It's totally, you just sit and wait for the cling, cling, ching, 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 notifications to come through, and that makes it good. So that's something also that you would like to, have somebody help walk you through. I can help walk you through that. Let me give you my contact information before we go. My name is Dr. Surgar Trask. You can call, text, and leave a message at 409-333-9006, or you can call just like they're doing. And you can call 409-789-9631. You can also find me on the social media pages, my Facebook page, Broadcast Trask, author Surgar Trask. If it doesn't have both my names, it's not me. You can also on just the page Surgar Trask, and also on what is it called? Instagram, Dr. Surgar Trask. Something good is about to happen. Cooking with Sugarlicious. One more time. So again, I've got a lot of different labels on that Instagram and on the social media that you can find me. But you can inbox me, you can DM me, you can call, leave a text, uh, any of that you would like to do. If you would like to be a guest on the show, drop me a message. If you would like to have your own show, drop me a message. If you just want to look and see, go to YouTube, name Sugar Trask on YouTube. I have 38 cooking shows, and I think probably 40, 50 different of my interviews from the TV show. Something good is about to happen. So that's all we have to talk about. Again, Rikeza is the money making. Bureau of Dominant Speakers is your motivational, transformational speaking department that is overseen by Phil and Susan Sorrentino, which are my connochers. They're my coaches. And then we have the ATS Business Universities. We're going to be having our conference December 4th and 5th. Mark your calendars. And we will be putting on all of our pages, as well as Lisa will be putting on all of her pages, how you can be a part of this conference. It's going to be life changing, and it's going to bring you into 2025. Yes, it's going to bring you up into 2025. And that's what you want to do. You want to stay ahead of, 10 years ahead of, 5 years ahead of, 2021 to me is already over because I already know what's taking place. I know what's taking place the next 760 days. So that's how important all of this is.
We're gonna have a woman president pretty soon.
Oh, you better believe it. Oh, before these 4 years is up, I see it. I believe it and I see it. So we've got to stand together as women, white, brown women, black women, yellow women. All we have got to stay and stand together because we have a woman that's representing us to show our little girls, our teenage girls, our young women, but also us silver sneakers that anything is possible. We have to obey. We have to trust. We have to pray. We have to know. We have to read. Reading is fundamental. Reading is very necessary for you to get to the next level. So I'm going to turn it back over to you, Lisa. Share with us what you have before we close out.
Oh, I'm good.
You have to do your outro.
My outro.
Again, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in. This is Lisa Jones with the Struggling Family Fund. And hope you can tune back with us next week. I tried.
No, continue. I mean, you can do it again. I mean, it's your show.
Oh yeah. My
You're
name.
gonna tune into you're gonna tune into what?
Oh,
where are we gonna find you?
It will be on my page.
Okay, you beeped out. We didn't hear anything you said.
Oh, I'll have the link posted on my page.
Okay, can you give us one of the pages that the link will be on?
Oh,
we need to find you.
Facebook.com /TSFF11. That's the Struggling Family Funds page.
The Struggling
Family Fund.
The Struggling Family Fund page is where you'll have it posted?
Yes.
Okay, but you're going to post it on your other pages to draw them to your other pages, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Except for on my construction page, I really don't put much on there.
You don't? Well, maybe you should.
I just put construction stuff.
Yeah, maybe you should, because there may be somebody, another female in the same position that Corona has really kind of downtrodden her.
Yeah.
Lift up. You never know.
We post this video or what?
Sure.
I'm gonna put my link to ATS under it though. What?
Put your link on there, my link on there, everybody's link that can, every link you can link.
Oh yeah, all your business pages. We'll put on there.
Put it, link them to all. Let me just share this with you that are watching, that's going to be watching this later. This has been a training video. This is for training purposes for people that really are shy, introverted, don't want to be in front of the camera, but know that it can help to increase their knowledge, their wealth, and to be able to get out of that comfort zone, get out of that box of, I can't do that. Oh no, that's not for me. And two, I'm available. If you would like to have me as your guest to interview to kind of shake off some of that, I'm available. Again, 409-333-9006. And all of the pages is on there. I'm Dr. Surgar Trask. Thank you for today. And remember, each day should be a new day that you grow in to your future and your destiny.
I'm gonna stop